So we were talking about climates. Are there any sort of climates that you really like to live in? I would like to live in Iceland or Scandinavia. Interesting, why could you like to live in that sort of climate? The snow is just so beautiful, and my image of those countries is that their infrastructure is so sufficient enough to keep you warm when you are inside. But I didn't say it's just so beautiful. The snow is amazing. The quintess everything. I think it's just glorious. I just really like it. I used to ski when I was younger, so I like skiing and I like the hills. And yeah, the snow on hills is just beautiful for me. How about you? Well, I love snow too, but I don't like it when it gets so saucy and sloppy. And your feet are so freezing. I think I like it. The idea of snow really applying. I'm not sure about living in it. I prefer, I don't know, maybe the climates of the South and Italy kind of Mediterranean climates. I think that would be really cool to pleasant, not too hot by the sea. Also, yeah, as in summer, it doesn't get hot, but I don't think it's the humidity, right? Just thinking about that, what kind of hat is it? Is a dry hat? I think it's a drier hat. Yeah, whereas the hair of fiercely we get here unbearable of time, right? Yeah, it's really bad. So, hmm, what's the highest temperature? What's the range of temperature in southern Italy? What kind of climate do you know? Not sure, I guess maybe at this time of year, it's starting getting towards 20 degrees Celsius. That's nice, and then I think place like Sicily, I think that's pretty hot, probably the high 30 second. Yeah. So done, and I think the winters are probably quite mild unless you are from north of Italy, of course. Near over the mountain, yeah. Don't it the south is remind king of pretty mild. If is it the mad, if is it in the mad, it's my image of that. I've never been to Italy, so I don't know. I even been to the south of France, and I and it got really hot. That was a nice temperature. It was dry, and yeah, the night time wasn't not too hot either. It was really nice during the day. That was a nice climate, I think. An elementary school bus driver pulled into a gas station in Ohio because he had to use bathroom. Instead of turning off the engine and taking the key with him, the driver left the bus running. It was cold outside, and I didn't want the kids to get chilly while I was using the bathroom. He told a police officer. There were 20 kids on the bus. The driver forgot to set the emergency brake because he was in a hurry, he said. The bus slowly started rolling away from the gas station. As the bus picked up speed, the kids began yelling and screaming. 10-year-old Jake had the composure to run forward to the driver's seat and grab the steering wheel. He pressed hard on the brake pedal and managed to stop bus, as if the opposite or a guardrail overlooking a creek bed. Jay turned off the ignition. After the cops arrived at the scene, they congratulated Jake on his heroic effort. Why did the elementary school bus pull into a gas station? Because the driver had to use bathroom. What is the reason of the driver bus to leave the student on the bus? It was cold outside and the driver didn't want the kids to get chilly when he used the bathroom. Who saved the student and how he did it? A student 10 years old, Jake, with composure he ran forward to the driver's seat and grabbed the steering wheel. He pressed hard on the brake pedal, managed to stop at the bus. Why did the student begin yelling and screaming on the bus? Slowly started rolling away from the gas station and approached to a creek bed. I bet you can't guess what I like to eat best of all. Yes, I know that you would say that folks like to eat hands best. As student once at that, I don't mind admitting that I would ever say no to a nice fried chicken wing once in a while. But not many people know that what foxes appreciate when more than chicken is a nice piece of cheese once in a while. Well, today I had a wonderfully rich and creamy slice of cheddar for my breakfast. It was kindly given to me by a beautiful black-featured bird whose voice is even more wonderful than her looks. No, I don't mean a sky lark of a fancy bird of paradise. A fancy bird of paradise. I'm talking about Miss Crow up in that tree. It was a fine bright morning and I was following my sharp nose through the woods in search of a bite to eat. When I caught a cheesy smell on the breeze, I looked up into the tree and there on the bush I saw Miss Brown, looking terrible pleased with herself, for in her beak she had a round pieces of cheese. It was stolen, no doubt for the farmer over the hill, but I am not one to go around accusing people of this and that. I called out to my neighbor and said, "Good morning, Miss Cron. You are looking very lovely today. If I may say so." Miss Cron cocked her head one side and looked at me when her breathy little eyes. But she kept her brick firmly closed on the cheese. Such a charming creature, I mused to myself, making sure nevertheless that she could ever hear such a fine shine on just wondrous black feature. What wings, what legs, and that big exquisite. I could see that Miss Corn was paying close attention to my work, even though she was pretending even so hard to her. So I gazed up at the tree with admiration and I love in my eyes and said, "Ah, my heart is smitten by this wonderful bird. If only I could hear her voice, I'm sure that such a charming creature must sing most sweetly. If I could but hear one line of her song, I would hail her as the princess of the forest." Now I could see my words at hit home, swelling with pride. Miss Crown puffed up her feathers and began to sing the most lovely music I have ever heard. Wow! Well, alright, I know that you are saying that Miss Crown voice is not exactly style quality, but to me the crow was just that I didn't been waiting for, because as soon as she opened her brick, the cheese fell to the ground and I snapped up my breakfast, which only goes to show that flattery will get you everywhere.